Okay, so the next step is highlighting and contouring. So now that I'm going in for, and the coverage that I want for my highlight and my contour is a medium coverage. So for this soft glam look, okay, it's a little bit more than the natural glam, of course. I'm using two different forms for highlight, all right? So I'm gonna use the color Cappuccino by Maybelline. All right, color Cappuccino by Maybelline here. And it is the number, see if there's a number on here, number 340, okay? And then I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in high definition in the color Fawn. So I'm using these two colors, okay, to create the highlight that I want. And of course I'm using a little bit, and I'm gonna graduate, gradually build up to the coverage that I want, which is gonna be medium coverage. So it's not gonna be too much, okay? All right, so here we go. And I'm also gonna use a sponge with this to make sure that I don't over apply. So I'm gonna just put a little dot on my sponge of the Cappuccino. Okay, it's about that much. And I'm gonna apply right here in the middle. Like my cheek is right here, so I'm putting it a little bit above, right in between, not too much, not too far under my eye and not on my cheek, but right in the middle. Kind of like, when the football players, they have their marks on their face when they play football in the US. That's kind of how you want to place this concealer, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and conceal right under the eye. I'm putting another slight little dot. We're gonna conceal right in the middle of the forehead and right down the center of the nose. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit more and I'm gonna apply right there and a little bit right here on my chin, okay? Now, it's fine to start letting the foundation set, okay? It can set for just a little bit, it's no problem. So we're gonna go ahead and start blending. And once again, I do apologize here. This is the Cappuccino Maybelline Color Stay Foundation. Yes, you can use a foundation to highlight that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. Because, I want a foundation, I want my highlight to last. Okay, so, and I want it to be brighter. And it so happens that I really love this color for my skin tone. And, it's totally fine. A little goes a long way with this. So I'm just gonna blend. All right, so I hope that you can see the difference. It's not too much. It's giving me just an even tone. All right, and we're just gonna blend. And I love the sponge because you can cover the full surface. Don't have to worry about any lines of demarcation here. All right, and I just look lifted, okay? I don't look too dramatic with this foundation as using it as my concealer. I just look well blended and well lifted, okay? Now I want a little bit more of an oomph, if you could say, to my highlight. I just want a little bit of a pop. I want you to see it, in pictures when I go out at night, I'm going out with my husband or a date or whatever. I just want a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl and I'm gonna use it right here in the middle right under my eye in the middle. I'm not swiping it up here. I'm not doing any of that. I just want it right here in the center. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze just a little more up, right here in the center. My forehead. A little bit right here in the bridge of the nose. I don't need to come all the way down. That's my preference. Some women want to come all the way down. I don't want to come all the way down with this and this part. A little bit on my chin and a little bit here. Okay. All right. Going right back in with the same sponge, so it has a little bit of the previous product that I used for the concealer on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending. Now, that is the coverage that I want. It's a little bit brighter. Okay, I just want it a little bit brighter. I don't want to be too yellow. That's not the point. That's not where I'm going. I don't want to be too yellow. I just want to be well blended but lifted and highlighted. Okay, almost like I have a little facelift, or you know, my ponytail is pulled really tight and makes me look like I have a squinty eyes in a way. You know, it makes me look a little bit more youthful. Okay, that's the look that we're going for. All right, and the bridge of the nose, we blend everything, and see, look, it gives me the nice bridge already, but not too much, because we want to look like women. Okay, the whole point of makeup is to enhance your natural look. However, you know, it's we are wearing something that's not naturally ours, but we want to look beautiful and applying it. You know, so some people, they do a lot, they do too much, and I don't want that for you ladies. I don't want you to put too much, you know, a little bit and then build up to what you want. Okay, but we still want to look like ourselves. All right, okay, so this is okay, so I'm looking good. You can see that it's a little dark. It's darker here on my cheek, but then I turn and you see the difference. You see the light is coming in. So that's what we're going for here. I'm going to blend it all out and make sure I'm looking from side to side. I have my mirror here and I'm making sure that everything is blended, as you can see. Now we're going in with the contour, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution. This is their stick foundation. I'm using this as a contour in the color F as in Frank 18. Okay, and this is such a rich chocolatey color. I mean, I wish I was this color. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit around my hairline, a little bit right here, not that much for my cheekbones. All right, and a tad on my jawline. I just had a baby. Hey, I gained some extra pounds. I got a little extra chin here, and I want to cover and conceal that just a little bit. So I'm gonna add, I'm creating now a jawline, okay? Or a shadow. I'm creating a shadow for my jawline, so it appears as though my jaw is a little bit more chiseled, as if I was 50 pounds lighter than where I am right now. Okay, have you ever been pregnant? You know what I mean. Okay, so that's where we're going for. All right, put that back in. And with my foundation sponge, I'm gonna turn, this is the side I use for my highlight. I'm using the other side to blend in the contour, okay? So here we go. And you wanna blend and move. So I'm patting and I'm moving, and as you can see, it is smudging. It's creating a smudge. And what I wanna do is bring it close to my hairline, not in my hair. I don't want dark brown hair. I want to put the sponge and blend it as closely to my hairline. So look, you can see the difference. This is my hair here, and you can see the line. So the contour is here, and then you see that makeup line right there, okay? And here, you can see where it's blending in that line, not in my hair, but in that line, okay? So that sometimes when you're first starting out, you might get a little in your hair, and that's fine, because I still do. Sometimes it's just inevitable. It's just gonna happen, and I'll go in with a paper towel and just, wipe off the excess. But you don't want a whole lot of makeup in your hair, because if you have your hairs already preset and then you have makeup on it and everything, that's just gonna mess up your hairstyle, okay? So we're going to go around, going around. And you can also pull your hair back a little bit like this. That might make it easier, especially if you have a lot of fine hair around your hairline, around your face. Okay, so we're blending it there. And look, it's blending in seamlessly. But to me, I can look in the mirror and I can tell that there is a line of demarcation right around the highlight that I just set. And that's an absolute no-no. We don't do that here, okay? We don't do that here at the 3-Face Challenge, ladies. We don't do that. I'm gonna take the same sponge and I'm going to carefully go around, and I'm gonna use like the bottom of the sponge, okay? And I'm gonna gently pat around the highlight that I just made, because we're going for a seamless look. And the way that you set your foundation, your highlight, concealer, whether it's in a stick foundation, whether it's a liquid foundation, and you put your powder on top, that's the way it's gonna look. So you have to set your foundation the right way and blend it the right way, and then you put the powder on, and that's gonna make it just all come together and look amazing. So as you can see, I already have full cheeks. I put a little bit of that contour, and it's allowing my cheeks to just pop up even more, okay? Because we're going for the lifted look. We're going for the seamless, flawless finish of in our application. So I'm just taking the same sponge, blending it up here and blending it a little down, into my cheek. And you can smile and just want to have a nice line right here. Okay, same thing with this side. I'm using the sponge and I'm blending it, bringing it down a little bit. And we don't want to mess up our highlight, but we want to just create no lines, okay? We don't want to see any lines in our makeup, unless that's the desired look. We don't want to see this when we're going out to the club, because that's gonna, you're gonna intimidate, or you're gonna make your date look at you a little sideways, okay? If you going out with your makeup looking like this versus like this, all right? So the sponge is where it's at. So here I'm creating my weight loss chin here. Excuse me, I had an itch in my eye, but we're just gonna blend that the same way. We can blend it down into our neck just a tad. And blend, 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 blend. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, we're creating that shadow. And yep, bring it into the neck a tad. All right, so now this is what I do in the mirror. I look, I see my little double chin, and I say, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And I make sure it's all blended out, because that's the last thing you want your pictures to take up. Like, oh, the night was great. Oh, the day was amazing. I went out to brunch with my girls. I went on a date night with my man. And then your pictures come back and they posted it online and you have stripes on your face. Oh, what a sad, sad moment. All right. So, okay. Oh, and then one more thing. I almost forgot. We're gonna contour the nose just a tad. So what I like to do is I'm going to put a little bit of my concealer or contour color on the back, just a tad on my sponge. Just like a little, okay? A little, a little, a little. And then I'm going to apply. Now, can you tell? I put a little bit of that contour on my nose. It's a tad, just a tad now. And you wanna just go in. And usually, you know, you can, if you need, go closer into the mirror. If you need to see what you need to see, okay? So I'm adding my contour right here down the sides of my nose. Now, can you tell the difference? It just brings your face, adds that shadow, adds that color back into your face, adds the symmetry back into your features, especially your nose. So you want it to, you know, be nice and as straight as possible as far as your nose bridge brings your center to your face. So here we are. We are well blended. Make sure they're a little part, okay? So we are well blended, all right? And this is the finished look of your highlight and your contour, all right? Stay tuned for the next step.